Hello and welcome to the stream. Still trying to make up for this 17,000 driver point loss. Going to give it one, maybe two races, three if it's going well. Still in the www.the4points.com livery. Expecting robust racing. Let's have a quick warm-up. I had a disaster last time out in this. Lost 1,000 driver points in a single race. Starting 5th, finishing 15th, so anything will be better than that. Not sure I've got my brake balance right. It's either -5 or -4. Excellent. 7/10 cover the first 12. Get ready for robust racing. Not from me. Well, sometimes you can't help it. I don't really like tracks with walls. This track has too many walls in it. People bounce back in the way. And there's only really one racing line and it's narrow. Oh, we still get a warm-up. I'll take that warm-up. I thought I'd taken my warm-up already. Let's have a quick go with -5. See if this feels any different. Well, I didn't get around that corner better than last time, so I better stick with that. It's not often you can get almost a whole lap in on the warm-up. One of the shortest tracks ever. Thought I was the lone British person there for a moment. But no, Telefonica is with us. Supremissimi. Surprisingissimi. I don't know how you say that. What I lacked in the last race was consistency. And the ability to know what to do when I wasn't on the racing line. So let's hope I stay on the racing line this time. There's nowhere to go when something like that happens. That was a poor exit from the corner, but not as bad as the bloke behind. It's looking like a quiet race at the moment, which after the last disaster is fine by me. Have to get that corner right, and I mostly didn't the last time I raced. It's been average so far. Dear, I've got that slightly wrong. That's okay. Still haven't absolutely nailed an exit there. And I haven't nailed the first corner either. That was a better exit. He's still getting away from me. It's nice not to have any pressure from the person in fifth. These two need to take themselves out in order for me to go well here. There you go, there's someone taken out. Don't push me wide! Oh, you see, you get faintly interested in an overtake and you lose a second to the person behind. Oh, they're still keen to mess about. Someone has to make a mistake for you to get by on a track like this. Just wait for him to make a mistake. You are drawing everyone closer to us in an almost inevitable and horrifying Look at them creeping closer. Stop fighting and just go line astern. At least I got a decent exit, even though... No, I'm not interested. You faff about and mess each other up. It's a very good overtake by Super Mini. Suppressa Minis. I don't know how to say it, mate. I keep picking up the orange SR by driving into the back of someone who is being horrendously slow. No, don't do that. I'll take fourth. That'll be fine. If there are two cars side by side in front of you, where do you go to get by? I don't know. I was pleased not to have pressure from people behind. That was nice. And I'll take finishing fourth, even if it only gets me 100 DR points. I imagine my SR went... No. Yes, my SR's taken a hit. Oh, good grief. You see, this is where you end up losing 17,000 DR. I didn't do anything remotely sinister or annoying in that race, and I've ended up with losing 20 SR points. So I was on 95, I've gone down to 72. My DR points have gone up from 22,700 to 23,400. But you saw that race. How much of that was skullduggery on my behalf? None? Ooh, I'm not paying attention. Oh, I was too slow. So that's a rather disappointing SR drop, which unavoidable really. Let's have a faint look at that on the replay. Sorry, I'm not talking because I'm thinking about something else. Right. Let's have a quick look at that replay and look at the horrifying behaviour that led to me getting minus 20. It was all them slowing up and me lifting off but still bumping gently into the back of people, because if I stood on the brakes, you're just inviting a train of other Peugeots to come steaming past. If I have another SR drop like that, I've got to stop. Otherwise, it'll be another 17,000. The bloke in second place was looking a bit thin. Oh, you can't see his helmet from there. So there's one assault, which frankly assisted the bloke and sent him further forward. I'm then off the pace for a bit. These guys start battling and I get closer. That was another SR for me, thanks very much. Totally nothing. You don't want to get to a point where you might be able to overtake someone if you're even faintly interested in holding on to your SR points. That was another 3 taps on his boot, minus 20, 4 taps. But none of those really add up to anything, do they? They just help the bloke in front. So, quite pleasing from one perspective. Up 700 DR. Very disappointing from another. Down 25 or so SR. And that's the sort of thing that just leads to your tumble and a 17,000 point drop. Which is just what I'm trying to avoid. One more race. If my SR doesn't go up, I will face a choice. Continue on the dangerous road, or abandon ship. Abandoning ship and coming back when there are less people might be a good idea, because if you're in a less competitive race, you don't have that row of cars behind you ready to overtake, so you can lift off more when you're directly behind someone. Let's try -5 this time. That's a pretty decent lap. I thought it was going to be a bit quicker than that. Maybe this first corner lacked something. Certainly looks like that first corner lacked something. Lost it on that last S. It's a shame. 2/10 would have put me very close to my top time. That was quite an encouraging quick lap. We'll stick with -5 then. Oh my goodness, it's even closer than the last one. -3/10 for the first 12 cars. How am I going to get out of this without a catastrophic SR disaster? Oh, basic ollie. Oh, he's trying from the back. He's supposed to be quite good. I think he has a YouTube channel. He is on BS though, which shows that he also has found it impossible to keep his rating in any sort of order. These YouTubers have 2 accounts though, don't they? I have not. Bothered doing anything like that yet. Because I don't really do any of the FIA races. Kind of want to get to A rating before I do FIA races, because, well, the idea is that the racing is cleaner. Whether it is or not, I have no idea. Look at all those times far too close together. Let's get that going. This is almost like an unpleasant, dirty trick by Gran Turismo. You'll never be able to hold on to your SR here. And as a result, with our new system where we penalise you terribly, I haven't got the hang of that first corner on the rolling start. You can obviously brake a lot later, and I keep not doing that. Oh dear. For me, that was a good exit. That was very good racing from him. No contact at all. Quick Nick. A remarkable and ridiculous lunge from the person behind. Oh no, that's terrible. There is a classic How mistake. How to make a mistake. Although, ooh, he's got a long way in. Everyone's got a long way in. Please, whoever you are on this side, don't be silly. That was terrible from Alfie, who's just barged a life. Well, I didn't expect to get a lot of those places back, but if 5 people go into the first corner, expecting to get round it without any difficulty, that is going to happen. Don't give me a half second for that. Just the safest thing to do to no, I don't want to be next to you. That did not look like a nice fair overtake back there in my mirror. hope I don't get a penalty for putting my wheels inside that curb. Well, if my SR hasn't gone down, I will definitely take that, though. Second place alive, get ready to be abused by whoever you barged off. There was one corner of calamity for me on the way into the chicane. Not the chicane, the last right-hander, where everyone overtook me. But that was immediately nullified by another corner of calamity at the other end of the straight, where somebody threw his car in as if he was trying to knock down as many Skittles as he possibly could. With great success, because pretty much everyone who went past me then ended up behind me. What, another 8? You see, this is why I ended up going down 17,000 with outrageous races like that, where I just barged people off left, right and centre. A life, it wasn't me, it was someone else. Doubt whether he'll stay this long. It was, and he didn't stay that long, because it was someone else. It was the others. Though it gave me a red mark there. Stupid Ferrari driver. He was the bloke who skittled everyone. Is Basic Ollie still here? No. A relatively unsatisfying race. A 56.4. Almost not far off quickest lap of the race. Oh, actually, a few behind. I don't think I dropped any further. I thought I was on 70. Oh, it's because I haven't refreshed the page. Oh dear. And well, that's very odd. I've gone up to 79. So I got a red thing, but I went up 7 points. Let's have a quick look at the Ferrari driver. Oh yes it is. And his Skittles incident. I was thankful for his Skittles incident. So I've gone up from 22.7 to 24.1, which means I've made up for the lost 1,000 DR. Really, what I should do now is stop. I'm ahead of the game. Got to stop braking so early here. Let's see where the person in front brakes. Oh, it's too late. Let's not. Quick Nick's overtake was really good, and let's have a quick Nick again. Let's give Quick Nick the billing he deserves. What was good about it was he didn't really push me wide. I didn't. It looked like he might have done a bit, but And in that situation, it's just easier to lift slightly and come in behind them. Otherwise, you're stuck in that gaggle behind already. I tried to hold on to this. You see, I thought wrongly. I thought I just drifted wide on this corner, but I think we're about to see I was thoroughly shoved. It's just difficult to go through there two abreast. It wasn't a huge assault. Right, keep your hands on this Ferrari, your eyes on this Ferrari. 2 for 1. And it looks like Quick Nick had trouble ahead. He's got a sniff of the lead. He thinks, let's see, I can just... Oh, that's Paul from Coca-Cola Boy. And then he gives him a thump as well. Have some of that thump. Well, there you go. There's the highlights of that race. Agricultural racing at its best. See, all those taps I did in that last race, none of them sent someone off the track like that did. That's the difference. But I suppose a computer program struggles to tell the difference between those two. They're both taps on the bumper. Right, one more, and generally it's hard to lose. I say that. It's hard to lose more than 1,000 points in a race, so even if I lose 1,000 points now, I'm still ahead of where I was at the start of this tonight's escapade. It'd be nice not to lose points. It would be good to see the SR go up from 79. That strikes me still as perilous. -5 seemed to work a bit better, I think. Let's see if I can... What gear are we in? We're in first gear, aren't we? When we're doing the... And go. Even that's too early. I'm going to try that again. That would have been disappointing for Racing Point. During the warm-up for the race, to write it off. Where am I going to brake? After 150. that's a bit better. I still don't really believe that that will work though. I feel like I'm going to clatter into the back of somebody if I try that after 150. You can definitely hold the line there if someone doesn't lean on you and push you into the barriers. You've got to recognise when you're on a different line that you're not going to be able to do it as fast as you normally do, because you're not on the racing line. How could you? Oh gosh. Well, those 56 deads should get away, which leaves 4 56 twos fighting together. Quick Nick is a fairly confident overtaker. Well, barring an absolute disaster where I drop down to 8th and have a 56.9 ahead of me. I should be able to get through this without a massive DR or SR drop. SR could still be ruined in a four-way battle. Sammy Sausage is quite quick. In pole. That's going well ahead. See, that's rude behaviour from me there if that was the race. I've deliberately kind of just not accelerated hard out of that final corner, and I felt him bump into the back of you, which effectively that's brake testing even though you haven't braked. But you do see people do that in Formula 1 if there's only one line through the corner. Well, I say see, here, but you can notice it if people are just stopping it on the apex where there are two different lines through the corner. What does the next 7 laps hold? Feel I'm coming from further back than I practiced. Just inside there. Ooh, that was good. See, it is worth practicing that sort of thing. If you're going from a standing start, practice your standing starts. If you're going from a rolling start, practice your rolling starts. Another exit. I really struggle to get that exit right. Quick Nick doesn't. But he is quick. And his second name is Nick, so there's no real surprise. I think I've got this wrong. That is unintentional. Come past me. This is going to be disastrous, Quick Nick, don't do it. I'm going to get a penalty for that. Just career in like that. There was a car there, you idiot. Disaster around the corner. Maybe it was good not to be part of that disaster. Well, these are the 456.2 drivers that I mentioned. I lifted off and let that bloke pass because I nudged him out of the way. That's a terrible corner. But it's going badly for Tim. Oh, Quick Nick, this is a disastrous place for you to be. Oh, you monkey. That's a... I think... It's the first decent exit I've had from that corner. These two have every chance of pushing each other off. Don't do it again! Oh no, it was someone else who did that last time. Tim, have you learned nothing from your penalty? I don't think you have you? This is very annoying. Oh well, I did say 7th was the worst case scenario, and that wasn't too bad a scenario. I thought my exit was alright there. .57 to 1. Pile of nonsense that is. Don't be silly, Tim. Are you really going to do this? Well done, Timothy. That's a good decision. You idiot, Tim. That is a bad decision. That is not a corner to overtake on. I'll get a penalty for that. You're mad, Tim. Why would you attempt to overtake there? Because you knew it would put me off. You deserve every 2 seconds of that. That is an overtake that in real life you would not even think about attempting. Flat out corner side by side with a wall and a metal barrier in front of you. Oh well, that seemed to get me a little bit more heated than usual, but as long as it doesn't kill my SR, I don't mind. Look at this corner up here, side by side through there. You must be absolutely joking. Glad it wasn't real life, because the person who had an enormous accident was me. See, I managed to stay thingamy free. Quick Nick, the penalty system is never going to be great. And just proof of it. This time it favoured me, last time it favoured whoever I was racing against. Have I gone backwards there? 24-1. I think I've just stayed the same. And my SR's gone up miles. It is quite fun, this race, but people, what do commentators say in motor races? He's catching him up, but it's another thing overtaking. Let's appease Nick. Sad times. I can't bother to say this. Jep. Thanks for the race, Quick Nick. Did I save this replay? I think so. Not tonight. I don't think you will. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. $24,000 whizzing round between two walls isn't bad. So before I I lost so much DR. Oh no, it was only 1,000. So before I had my disastrous race, I don't know, Tuesday or something, I was on 23,700, and that dropped to 22,700, and that's now gone up to 24,127. So I'm a whole 400 points ahead of where I was. backwards, you buffoon. My first corner was a lot better, having kind of practiced where I was going to brake. Just terrible around that corner, and it's such an important corner to be good around. See, everyone gets a run on me and I always lose out. Right, see, I have pushed him wide there and I've lifted off to let him past, and while I was lifting off to let him past, I unfortunately let Quick Nick past as well. But that was something. That was forwards. That FJH did not bother doing for me. So if you watch my throttle, I lift off there to let him by. And that's enough to let Quick Nick by as well. Which I think is fair play. I nudged him up. I wondered, see, you don't really feel that. I wondered why I ran wide. And that would be why. Forget how much space he has on his right as he comes round this corner. A car's width over there, that's why I'm turning in. Anyway, disaster happened around this corner. People struggle to resist the overtake. They get the run on someone, and then they have to keep going with the overtake. Whereas, if you're actually racing, you get the run on someone, and it's not on, you lift off. And you reset, you try and get the run on them at the next corner. But in sim racing, because you're not going to cost yourself thousands of pounds worth of damage, and potentially send yourself to hospital if you don't lift off, people don't lift off. Which I can understand, but if you want a better race, it's better to lift off. Oh, Quick Nick. If you're moaning about that as your penalty, you had enough space there. Oh, you didn't get a penalty for that. So he just goes and shoves me wide here. Look at that. He clearly has no idea that I lifted off and let him past earlier on. Clueless banana. And yeah, there's no penalty for that. The penalty system's not worth talking about. He got such a good run. There wasn't anything particularly insidious about that, really, from Tim. It felt rubbish at the time, but two laps of pain to watch. My overtake on Tim is not particularly good, but I felt aggrieved at the corner where he just overtook me, where he shoved me a bit wide, but to be honest, he just outbraked himself. Which is exactly what I did there. I have outbraked myself. You see, that you've just got to lift off there. There's no two ways about it. You are crazy to keep your nose in. We're both doing 118 miles an hour. There's walls on both sides. And he keeps going. Yeah, not a great idea. And this is not a place to overtake. I'm on the racing line. He can't really do that. I know he's quite far up. He's not that far up the inside, is he? Mine's the racing line. His is not the racing line. He doesn't really care. So I think that was the one that annoyed me, which made me not too worried about my next relatively robust overtake. I would not normally overtake like that, but it's just too much of an invite. He hasn't done anything wrong there, I don't think, really. That's me getting offline and hitting stuff, so he can feel unhappy about that if he wants. He gets the 2 seconds, I think, according to the system, because he's made contact when he's here. There. It's difficult to see, isn't it? I just don't like racing that's not clean, really. Done a 50, oh that's a 56.28. Oh, that was him. I didn't do anything remotely quick. All those slow laps. Well, there was some relatively unprofessional bumper car racing, which didn't cost me too much, so I'm quite happy with that. I might come back on Saturday morning when there's less on the road. I hope you enjoy that. If you take time to watch it, goodbye for now.